Judging by the images from this week's meetings between Russia and the U.S., you might think the two nations were the best of friends. Now, this week has also witnessed Moscow and Washington agree on a number of key issues, such as tactics to disrupt Islamic State's funding.
Please raise their hand.
World leaders have always agreed that ISIL is a common threat, but when it came to thrashing out a roadmap for peace in Syria, nations debated the issue for years before the UN Security Council finally signed a unanimous plan.
Will those in favor of the draft resolution contained in document S/2015/996 please raise their hand?
And the crucial UN votes follow lengthy diplomatic talks. John Kerry traveled to Moscow to agree the final points of the Syria peace deal, but he still found time to explore the city. Secretary of State took a stroll down Moscow's historic Arbut Street, accompanied by fellow U.S. diplomats Victoria Nuland and John Teff. When the time came to sit down for talks, Kerry took the opportunity to practice his Russian skills.
Spasiba.
Assistant Secretary of State Victoria Nuland was also at the table, and she has a reputation for criticizing the Kremlin's policies. And while John Kerry smiled and got down to friendly business with his Russian counterpart, Nuland's disposition appeared less amicable. And she's not the only U.S. official who is apparently not impressed by Washington's cooperation with Moscow.
We support the U.S. initiative on drafting a UN Security Council resolution on Syria. Our plan is similar to the one being proposed by the U.S.
That is certainly not the way that this administration sees it. But I'll just say that I'm not surprised to hear that he might have a different explanation, primarily because of how isolated Russia is right now.
Sergey, thank you very much for arranging this meeting.
Now we don't have to get rid of Bashar Assad. Everything's fine with the Russians. They're going to work together. The pandering to Vladimir Putin is unlike anything I've ever seen.
The world is better off when Russia and the United States find common ground and an ability to be able to work together. We don't seek to isolate Russia as a matter of policy, no.
U.S. presidential hopefuls also had some ideas on how to resolve the crisis. Candidates for the Democratic Party appeared in their latest televised debate ahead of next year's presidential vote, and that's coming up later in the program.